Hi, so I'm sitting next to the climbing hydrangea that I planted this spring, and as you can see, the whole area is overgrown. But I decided that I want to plant some Irish moss all around it, and but today I have a helper, Valen.
Hello.
So he's going to help me plant the Irish moss today, right next to the climbing hydrangea. I think it'll look pretty, but first we have to do a little bit of weeding. So to prep the area, like I said, we need to weed all the weeds. So we're just gonna pull out whatever weeds we see. We definitely should have mulch, but we didn't have any. There's grass, clover.
Grape?
Oh, grape, yeah. I thought it was a maple tree.
No.
That's okay. Trying to get everything out by the roots.
Who's that?
I don't know. A weed might be nightshade.
I think it's everything I can kind of get. These violets are a little too hard. Oh! Yeah, they're not going to come up with their roots.
Yeah, the violets need to be dug up. They'll be back.
Yeah. Here, it's a violet. Yeah, see, look. Here are the violets, Mom.
Yep. Gotta get the whole root to get those violets. They spread. Okay, so we got all the weeds out of there. And let's see, do you have the moss? These moss starters, I guess you would call them. Irish moss for like $2 each. So it's crispy Irish moss, which I haven't heard of before. They like sun to part shade, 1 inch to 10 feet, 10 inches wide. Keep moist. Zone 4 to 8 or zone 6A. And when I bought these, they were very lush, but it's really windy and it's dry out here, so they did dry a little bit. But there's still a bunch of buds all over the place. The thing you need to do is decide where exactly you want to plant them. So Valen is placing them where he wants them to be planted. They're getting 10 inches wide. So
Yeah, I think that's good. They need to overlap a little bit.
I am not. Oh, I am recording. Okay, so tell me your plan.
We really just want to cover up as much of this area as possible. Just trying to cover up all the dirt. And it's a little bit hard because it's wood, clearly. But wherever there isn't, we want moss.
Yes. So even though they grow to 10 inches wide, we're making them a little bit closer so that they'll overlap and they'll grow in together faster. Okay, now that we have them placed, we're going to plant them. I say we, I mean he. So to plant them, you have to take them out of the container.
And they are a little bit... They're going through.
Try not to break up the roots if you don't have to.
It's not coming out.
Here,
There,
you can push right there. So get it out.
there it is. The roots are pretty good.
Yep. And,
That one will go right there.
okay.
Should I plant this one or should I take them all out?
I would say plant it so that the roots aren't going to get dry because it's so windy out here.
Oops.
Remove any unwanted roots from the soil and other debris like rocks or weeds, animal bones.
What?
Just kidding. Make sure the hole is deep enough but not too deep, because you want the top of the soil level with the the pot.
Now we have to decide, do we want this growth that's going forward to go towards the tree so it fills in this area faster, or do we want it to go this way?
I'll let you decide.
I'll say towards the tree.
Okay.
And now I'm going to fill it back up.
And we're just using native soil for this.
It's a little bit above, but I think it'll be okay. There you go.
Perfect. Loss number 1. Try to make this one go a little deeper.
Think so. I'll have this one go this way so it can fill up this section.
To film it without getting the camera shot on it. Not easy. Wait 1 second.
Oops. It'll perk up and do its own thing in a few days.
Yep, more
And
water.
after it's watered.
Okay, 2 out of 6. Okay, third one.
There's wood here. Oh, it's just this.
What is that?
Root.
A little root? Could be a hydrangea root.
No, it's tree. It's this right here.
Oh, okay.
So should I put it? Do you think I can fit it in between? I don't know. I might have to get rid of some of the roots here if I want to do that.
If you think it'll survive.
I think it should. Well, let's see.
So because he tried to dig a hole right there to put the next Irish moss clump, and he found a root right here from this tree, he's going to try to fit it into that crevice. Maybe you can try to smush the root ball instead of...
I feel like that would be worse.
Maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
You can do whichever method you want to do.
That be deep enough. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna take some off. I believe there's only one plant in here.
This is a test. Do not try this at home.
We'll be going right there.
Really push it so that it... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're really putting this moss to the test.
Yeah. Let's make sure there's no air pockets. All right, 3 out of 3. 3 out of 6.
Time for this one.
That one is like the least...
The least happy,
Yeah.
I guess. Not sure why.
They just dried out. I placed them here when it was raining for like multiple days, and it was all moist and everything. But since then, it's not been that way. And I only came out and watered them once, so the fact that they look this good is still nice.
There's a little bit of hydrangea root action going on here.
Okay, careful, because don't want that to die. Make sure it's in there tight so it's not, the root ball isn't moving. Yep.
Looks like this one might have been eaten too. A little bit right here.
Could have been, yeah. Yeah, lots of bites. Oh, look, the hydrangea root ball's moving. Okay, 2 more.
Yep. I'll do one here.
Okay.
Oh, there's wood again here. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can't plant it here.
Okay, so we'll have to move it somewhere else. A shovel, a removal, a putting it down, pushing it in, then pushing it down. Got a big violet?
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll put it right here then.
Okay. Violet roots. More roots.
Maybe we could plant this one. I mean, we can make it a really shallow plant, which is fine. Or we could put it here.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if we don't put it here, it's gonna look really empty with all of it just being here.
But they grow 10 inches wide, so.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. It's up to you. Okay.
We decided to break the bottom and spread out the roots instead of completely pulling them off.
Pretty much just sand, so.
Okay, now it's time to water it in.
I don't know if this will do anything, but I'm making a tiny bit of a moat just to hold a little bit of water, because otherwise it will all run straight off.
Okay, now that he has the moss all planted, it's time to water.
The moat's gonna fall apart.
That's okay.
I'm not really sure where to. I'll just water up here and it'll drip down.
Let's see if the moat works.
Okay. No!
That's okay, just give it a minute and it will soak up. There we go. Do a little more. We don't have the best, what do you call that thing?
Nozzle.
Best nozzle for this thing. There we go.
That's not good. I guess I can move some dirt over.
Yep. Okay, so it's been a couple months since we planted the Irish moss. Let's go see how it's looking. I'm a little worried though. Try to ignore the noise. We have neighbors who are getting their asphalt, so it's kind of exciting. Okay, so here we have one that's alive. That one's alive. This one's kind of alive. It's the one that I saw, I felt was planted too high, and you can see it's sticking out from the ground. And it has weeds, and they don't look that great. There's one not looking alive at all. And that one's not alive, and that one's not alive. But we did get three out of 6 that are still alive. The issue is we have bunnies, so you'd think they'd eat the clover, but they don't. They eat the stuff we plant. So that's kind of a bummer. They even ate this hydrangea. It's still alive, and it'll come back. Doesn't seem like it grew much, but anyway, we were hoping this whole space would be covered in beautiful Irish moss. But who knows, maybe next year it'll come back. It's a perennial here, so. Yeah, I'm just going to weed it all again and then hope for the best, I guess. That's all we can ever do, right?